Chapter 10, Force and Types of Force. No object changes its position on its own. Force is required to move an object. Force is used to change the direction of an object in motion or to stop it. Force is applied to an object to pull it or push it in any manner. Force is also necessary to change the shape of an object. Types of force. Muscular force. The force applied with the help of muscles is called muscular force. For example, lifting the weight. Mechanical force. The force applied by means of a machine is called mechanical force. Gravitational force. The force applied by the earth to pull objects towards itself is called gravitational force. Greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight. The gravitational force operates between the sun and the planets in the solar system. Because of this, the planets revolve around the sun. At the same time, gravity also operates between planets and their satellites. Magnetic force. The force exerted by a magnet is called magnetic force. Frictional force. The smooth surfaces can be easily rubbed against each other because of force of friction between them is less, while rough surfaces cannot be easily rubbed against each other because the force of friction between them is much greater. When a carom piece is flicked lightly, it slides over the carom board but stops at a certain distance. When a brake is applied while riding a bicycle, it stops after running a short distance. It is possible for us to walk on the ground only because of the force of friction. If there is no friction, we would slip and fall. For example, we are very likely to slip while walking on an oily or wet floor. Electrostatic force. Static electricity is produced on materials like rubber, plastic, and ebonite due to friction. The force exerted by such electrically charged materials is called electrostatic force. Combined forces. While an action is taking place, various types of forces act on the object in question. A variety of forces act together in these cases. Exercise. Fill in the blanks. Force has to be applied to change the direction of a moving object. When an elephant drags a wooden log over the land, the forces that are applied on the log are muscular force, gravitational force, and frictional force. A ball was sitting, rolling on a large table. If its motion is to be changed, the force will have to be applied on it. The force of friction always acts along the motion. Match the following. An ox pulling a cart, muscular force. Lifting a heavy iron object with a crane, magnetic force. Weighing with a spring balance, gravitational force. Applying brakes to the bicycle, frictional force. Picking up pieces of paper with a plastic scale, electrostatic force. Why? That means give reasons. Machines are oiled from time to time. Machines are used to save our energy and time. The machines working on mechanical force should work efficiently. If they are not oiled, the frictional force may be created between the surfaces of these machines. If frictional force is more, it will slow down the speed and the efficiency of the machine. Therefore, machines are oiled from time to time. An object thrown upwards comes down after reaching a point. An object thrown upwards goes up due to muscular force. At one point during its ascent, the muscular force becomes zero. The gravitational force then starts operating on the object. It pulls the object down. Thus, an object thrown upwards comes down after reaching a point. Powder is sprinkled on a carom board. The coins on the carom board should move swiftly during play. If powder is not sprinkled on the surface of the carom board, there would be more frictional force. This will hinder the play. Therefore, to have a smooth carom board surface, powder is sprinkled on a carom board. In what way are we different? Muscular force and mechanical force. Muscular force is created by our muscles. Mechanical force is created by the machines. Muscular force is created due to energy created by the food we eat. Mechanical force is created due to electricity or fuel. The force of friction and gravitational force. The force of friction is created between two rough surfaces. Gravitational force is created by the Earth's surface and it acts on every object present on the Earth. The frictional force always acts against the direction of motion. The motion of an object goes on increasing with an increase in gravitational force. The force of friction can be increased or decreased. The gravitational force cannot be increased or decreased. Answer the following questions. What are the things that can be done by applying force? Force can be applied to almost all things. Lifting, pulling, riding a bicycle, pushing a land, driving vehicles. Almost all day-to-day activities are done by applying force. What is meant by weight? The gravitational force acting on an object is called the weight of the object. Which machines run on muscular force? Handcart, plough, bullock cart, horse carriage, bicycle, grinding stone. Solve the following crossword puzzle. Muscular force is to be applied to push a scooter that has failed. Magnetic force can be used to pick up scattered pins. A magnet pulls an iron nail towards itself. Mechanical force was used when the farm was ploughed with a tractor. It is due to the force of gravity that raindrops fall to the ground.